Tiffany. Welcome back to my bookstore. Today we have a reading vlog. I happened to read Gothicana. This is apparently a tale of dark romance. If I'm being honest with you, Tiffany, and I only ever want to be honest with you, I only bought this book because I thought that the cover was cool. But when I bought it, I didn't read the synopsis for it. So the egg is on my face. In case you don't know, Gothicana is about this girl named Corvina Clem. Corvina has lived with her mom for a very long time, right? Like since she was a child, her mom raised her. And she's like homeschooled as well. So like she hasn't really been socialized with other people, especially like other people her age. Corvina one day, living alone. We don't really know what happened to her mom, but she's living alone. She gets like a letter from this college university called Varenmore. Varenmore is like, hey Corvina, we really like you. We want to invite you to be part of our university, like be a student or whatever. And Corvina is like, I'm a homeschool freak, like I guess I'll go to this university. So Corvina goes to Varenmore. She gets there and it's like this gothic place or whatever. She meets her roommate. She's getting along fine. And then she meets a dude named Vad Deverall. Vad and her instantly have this like connection, this like thing between them that's like mostly lust, even though Corvina is like a virgin, little verge. And Vad, she finds out later, is like one of her teachers. The book is basically like a romance between Corvina and her teacher. If you're interested to see my thoughts, my opinions on this literary masterpiece, keep watching. I hope you enjoy the reading vlog. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Why am I talking in this accent? Don't forget to check out my Patreon where we have reading sprints, exclusive content, early access to content, all kinds of fun stuff. Our book club. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It's always linked down below. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the video.
God, I never felt so dizzy. What is happening? 그런 눈빛으로 바라보면 감이 부셔. Oh, oh, baby, baby.
I didn't think I would get hooked. You reel me in without a fight, now floating in the air. When you're looking at me, baby, all this isn't fair. Getting closer, getting closer to you. 입술을 깨문 네 모습 보면 내 심장 더 부탄 뛰게 해. 해서 따위 필요도 올라가는 템포 그냥 이대로 가면 vibe check. 밤이 끝나기 전까지 내 곁에 같이 있어줘. 본능적으로 let's get down right now. 머리부터 발끝까지 다 원해 너도 알잖아. Got a million reasons why you're on my mind right now.
머리부터 발끝까지 다 원해 너도 알잖아. Got a million reasons why you're on my mind.
I need you.
Hi, welcome to this reading vlog. How are you? How's it going? This is a reading vlog, as you know, for Gothicana. I'm about 170, I think 5 pages in. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tiffany. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Not loving this. There are so many things that I want to say, that I need to say. So many things I've noticed, so many things I just like, I'm like, okay, I need to remember that so I can tell Tiffany later. Let's start with the beginning. First of all, how are you? Are you doing okay? Second of all, Corvina and Clem, our main character, is insufferable. She is not like other girls. She's different. She's got purple eyes. Oh, and big old titties. I literally hate it. I hate it here, Tiffany. Guess who else is insufferable? The teacher, whose name I forget. His first name is Vad. Vad is such a stupid name, by the way. Vad? Your name is Vad? He's also insufferable and gross. I hate him so much. I hate him more, I think, than Corvina. She's just a pick-me, whatever, who cares? Vad reminds me of all of like the shitty men that I've ever dated. I don't like him at all. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. I did kind of annotate some parts where I was like, oh, I need to talk to Tiffany about this. First of all, let's talk about just like the actual book itself. This, I think it's actually kind of pretty. What I don't think is pretty is this like text block put over the phone. Like I'm like, oh, this is so nice. And then literally, no, it's not. This like see-through transparent block where the text is. It looks messy. It looks like something that like a 14-year-old would do. I don't like it. I like this page with like the trees and stuff. I like that. This like 2012 Tumblr thing. I'm not living for it. I don't love it. Okay, there's this part of the book very close to the beginning where Vad is teaching in class because he's like a teacher and a student. Also, Vad is 28, Corvina is 21, just so you know. I don't want to be like the age police or whatever, but like when we found out that this motherfucker was 28 years old and this girl was 21, virgin nonetheless, like a secluded virgin, suspicious. It's suspicious and it's fucking weird. I don't like it. Anyway, they're in class. It's like his first class of the semester. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's talking. He's like, I'm your professor. Blah, blah, blah. Corvina and him, specifically him, he's like, I fucking Corvina. Like drilling holes into her to the point where like after class, the other students, her classmates come up to her and they're like, what the fuck was going on with you and the teacher? Like that was kind of fucking weird. Like that, it was like, he was like, I fucking you. Like, did you not notice that he was I fucking you? Like, that was fucking weird. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not, oh my God, no. But Corvina is like in deep. Corvina has a huge crush on Vad, on her professor. Like student-teacher relationships are no in this university. I also just think in general, student-teacher relationships are kind of fucking weird. Like even if you're both consenting adult, like it's fucking weird. There's obviously a power imbalance. But anyway, oh, his name is Deverell. Mr. Deverell is being referred to in the text continuously by Corvina as the silver-eyed devil. And it's it's fucking cringe, Tiffany. Like the fact that she just keeps being like, the white-eyed devil was there. Stop. You're not referring, like, it's also so hard to tell what year this book is supposed to be set in, because it has like this very like, because it's obviously trying to give you like a very like Victorian Gothic kind of vibe, but at the same time, they all talk like they're from like 2017. I don't like it, as you know. Sorry, a silver-eyed devil. And that's cringe, and I hate it every single fucking time. Let me read this to you, because I'm going to give you a little taste of how awful this book was and is, just right off the bat. And the entire time, the silver-eyed devil nodded at them while keeping his eyes on hers, as though he could flay her open and delve into the deepest recesses of her mind. He wanted her name. He wanted to hear her voice. She knew it in her bones. This is a man who's 28 years old, doing his job of teaching predominantly young children, young adults. These people are like between 17 and up. You know what I mean? Like, and he's standing there on the first day of school, eyeing up a student in front of everyone, to the point where like the main character Corvina is like, oh yeah, this guy wants to fuck. Anyway, I get it. It's like fiction, blah, 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 like whatever. It's all a fantasy, but it's not a good fantasy. I could come up with better fantasies off the tippity top of my fucking head, bitch, for sure. Runics, You suck. I'm sorry. Listen, I didn't want to say it, but at the same, like, you fucking suck. Almost like directly after that, there's a scene where Corvina goes down to like this lake that's by the university. She's like out looking at it, whatever. And Corvina's talking to like a crow because she's different. She's like not like other fucking girls. Just in case you didn't know, Corvina is talking to the crow, the raven, and she's like, you must know so many secrets about this place. I wish you could tell me. And then her teacher, Mr. Deverall, says behind her, doesn't announce himself, just says this: be careful what you wish for. Kind of creepy, but okay, whatever. As if it's not creepy enough, the fact that he like didn't announce himself and was just like, oh, we're both here alone. He says, are you scared? It's him, a grown-ass man, 28 years old, and a 21-year-old girl, alone in a secluded part of like the forest kind of area near a lake. And he says to her, are you scared? Bro, that's like the beginning of a true crime story. Anyway, and then she says like, yeah, the woods are dangerous. And he says, I could have been anyone. I could have done anything to you and left you here. No one would have known. Okay, just like announce that you're gonna murder her. Like, why don't you just do that, Vad? You fucking psycho. Like, that's psychotic. That's Tiffany, that's like you can't tell me that that's not fucking creepy for him to be like, first of all, are you afraid? Second of all, just so you know, I definitely could overpower you and fucking murder you. Just so you, or like at the very least hurt you. And no one would ever fucking know. Oh my God, he's literally so fucking creepy. Let's skip forward a little bit, okay? Because I also want to let you know that like while all of this is happening, while he's like eye fucking her and while she's like, oh my God, he wants to fuck me or whatever, they're playing this like very like, oh my God, we shouldn't, but should we? But we shouldn't, but should we? Like it's very much like a forbidden fucking kiss kind of situation, but it's like much more explicit than that. Also keep in mind that Corvina's a virgin. So she's like, I've barely been around men, but this silver-eyed devil is just like, oh, he just gets under my skin and I feel hot or whatever. Like she's very it's like very like menopausal. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna spoil this part because like I feel as though there are parts of this book, specifically with Deverall, that could be triggering to some people. And so I'm gonna spoil this. And like, listen, if you don't want to fucking be spoiled, just skip this part, okay? I don't care, but I'm gonna spoil it. So they do end up fucking, right? In his car, because she needs to go to the post office. So he says he'll drive her, whatever, and then like there's like a storm. Okay, and this is important, okay? Mr. Deverall tells her like, I don't want to get attached, but I do want to succumb to these physical urges. Basically saying like, I don't want to be emotionally responsible for you or take any accountability that way, but I definitely do want to fuck. Bro, the moment he said it, I was like, that's such a fucking red fucking flag. Like, it's such a fucking red flag. So he's like, I don't want any like emotions in this, like blah, 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 blah. Let's just fuck or whatever. And she's like, oh my God, of course, yeah, because she would fucking do anything. Let's be honest with ourselves, Tiffany. This girl would do anything. It's like so like, bro, and like I'm so sick of this trope. And even though I know it's like true to life, but it's always like romanticized and it's fucking weird where like the dudes are like, I don't want to like take responsibility or take accountability for getting close to you, and you know, I want to like emotionally manipulate you but not be like culpable. Anyway, so that happened. They fuck in the car, whatever. She loses her virginity to him. Honestly, can I be honest with you? I skipped that part of the book. It was coming up and I was like, I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to it because I'm genuinely grossed out. I'm disgusted. And so I skipped. I skipped to the end of the chapter and they were like, then I went home and it was fine, whatever. So it's been like 2 weeks since they fucked in the car and like motherfucker has like basically ignored her. Motherfucker has basically ignored her for the past like 2 weeks. Barely looks at her, barely talks to her, right? And she's kind of like upset about it because they had this like very, very intimate moment. So she's in the library and she's like in between the stacks or whatever. And then he comes up, literally assaults her, pulls her away, takes her and like kisses her, right? Kisses her. And then when he pulls away, he says, and I quote, "He fucked you yet?" Referring to another boy that Corvina is friends with. Corvina is friends with boys in her school. And this 28-year-old man assaults her in the library, says he fucked you yet? And it says that he muttered the question against her lips, flicking the corner of the soft lick at the end, whatever the fuck that means. Corvina finally, being who I truly believe that she should be, is like, oh, fuck no. Fuckity fuck no. Fuck no. And she says, and I quote, "You have some nerve. You tell me not to expect anything that you don't get attached. You fuck me and ignore me for weeks, and then you corner me and demand to know if I've been with anyone else. Like you have some kind of right." Oh, and then she says, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Thank fucking God, because if this motherfucker wrote Corvina to just be like, no, what do you, like, no. His response to her literally, like, laying down a fucking boundary and, like, literally putting him in his fucking place, he says, and I quote, "Has anyone else been in that pussy?" Bro, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. For what? This is ass. This is literal ass. I hate this man. This is what it reminds me of, like dating a dude. You know, he seems cool, and then he says or does one thing, and you're like, oh shit. Like, you're literally fucking gross. Corvina says, "As many as have been on your cock." Okay, and then the thing that like really pissed me off, besides like just like his whole thing is pissing me off. He literally corners her, like won't let her pass, like won't let her go. She's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go meet Jax, like over there or whatever." And he's like, "No, you're gonna stay," and like, and then so she's trying to like get away, and this man is saying he can't have you. And then Corvina says, "I'm not yours. You're not going to decide that." Good for you, Corvina. Good for you. But bro, how in the name of Lucifer is this supposed to be romantic? This is the feeling that I got when I started reading it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's the feeling I got was just like these crazy weirdo hetero fucking freaks. These crazy fucking straight people making like the most unhinged shit. And like, that's the thing. I don't think it's meant to be unhinged. I hate him. I hate like how fucking cheesy it is. And like, honestly, can I say something too? I literally don't care about the mystery. Like the mystery, I'm barely paying attention to. I'm barely paying attention to the romance, but I can't help but pay attention to the romance because it's so fucking horrifying. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I have to clean up a little bit. Sam is going to be visiting me in I think 3 days from now, and I need to clean up my apartment. It's a bit messy. Oopsie. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.
머릿속엔 there's something new. 아무리 즐기려 해봐도 Oh darling, always won't get your money. 말아봐라 내게 말아봐라 같은 말이 Says to myself politely Open your heart to see it Show that you got it this playground of your own 하나 둘 셋 나만의 색을 찾아
I just need you to know that I genuinely think I'm getting more stupid listening to Gothicana. I don't want to be rude. Not to lie, I do. I hate this book, Tiffany. I hate this fucking book so much. Like, the fact that it's taking me like over like 2 weeks to read it. Like, I was on vacation, but the fact that it's taken me so long to read this book is crazy. I fucking hate it so much, but I keep thinking like, I need to read it for Tiffany, for the vlog. I need to do it. I only have like 2 hours left of the book and I can't fucking do it. The amount of like rage in me whenever Vad opens his stupid fucking mouth, the absolute cringe of this guy. What I will say though is that the actual mystery is kind of interesting. I'm kind of like, okay, what's actually going on here? The mystery I'm interested in knowing about. Anytime that there's a sex scene, I'm skipping that shit, brother. My brother in Christ, skipping that fucking devious, blasphemous, disgusting shit. There was a part where Vad was like eating her out, but they were still talking about important shit. I had to listen to it. I didn't have a choice. I had to listen to it. It's so gross. Like, he's so old. It's like clearly an authority figure. There's clearly an imbalance. Like, not only that though, Corvina like realizes it. She like sees it. I think she actually like mentions it. Like, she's like, oh my God, but he's like my teacher. He's obviously like an authority figure and he has more power in the relationship. Like, duh. But then she's like, oh, but I kind of like it. I hate it so much, Tiffany. I fucking hate it. The way that this man also just talks about pussy, and it's like, it's literally jarring. And then out of fucking nowhere, he'll be like, yeah, but like, who makes your pussy wet? When he does it, because it happens a lot, I like literally I fucking cringe. My body like closes in on itself and I just want to shrivel up and fucking die. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. I don't recommend you read this book, Tiff. Don't do it unless you want to feel gross or whatever. But I just wanted to quickly say that I hate Vad. I am interested in the mystery. Things are getting kind of interesting in terms of that. I hate Corvina. Okay, like, she's not as bad as Vad, but Corvina is just the worst because she's into him. If she hated Vad, work. The fact though that she's like into him and like continually keeps seeing him is just like so gross. I hate him so much that like anyone who's like associated, I hate them too. Also, her name is Corvina Clem. That's the stupidest fucking name in the world. I hope Rue Nix never writes anything ever again. I hope that this is like the only thing that they ever publish and release into the world, because it's not good. The writing style is okay, but the fact that these characters were like written and I'm supposed to take it seriously, there's no fucking way. You couldn't pay me to take it seriously. Although actually, if you want to pay me to take it seriously, maybe we could talk. I was on vacation, like I mentioned. Sam was visiting and she left yesterday. So now today I was filming and I got to get back to work. But I think I'm going to make some food because I'm very hungry. But I just wanted to very quickly update you and let you know that I fucking need it. And I'd rather die, but I'm going to finish the book because I'm a good girl. Bye.
Sunlight, is it in the way you're moving? What's heaven like when you're like that? Is it in the way you're moving? Sunlight, is it in the way you're moving? What's heaven like when you're like that? Baby, give me more highlight, sunlight. Baby, give me more, some more, summer. It's a summer vibe when it's just you and I. Take your time, it's your life when it's just you and I. It's a summer vibe, yeah, it just feels so right. So take your time when it's just you and I. Sunlight, my light, feel it in the air, you're moving. It's better now, but you're around. Feel it in the air, you're moving. You're shining on, shining on. See it on my skin, I'm glowing. What's heaven like when you're like that? It's a summer vibe when it's just you and I. Take your time, it's your life when it's just you and I. It's a summer vibe.
Okay, so I'm back for the last bit of the vlog. I'm here to tell you what I thought of the book and end the video. I did finish the book. I finished it honestly a few days ago. I would say with full confidence that it's not worth anything. Maybe one of the worst books I've ever read. I hated it the entire time. Not even just because the characters were problematic and one-dimensional, but also just because the book lacks anything interesting to say. When I finished the book, there was a sense of, oh, rather than me gaining something from the experience of reading the book, instead it has taken something from me. I feel like I lost a part of myself in reading this stupid fucking book. This book is like a black hole of literary nonsense. It's worse than fan fiction, because at least fan fiction, there's some passion in it. This is nothing but drab mediocrity. And like, to call it mediocrity is actually quite nice. I'm being quite kind when I say mediocrity, because I could say a lot worse, but it's not worth your time, your money. Do not read this book. I beg you. 0 to 10 would not recommend. I'm gonna give it 1 star. Usually, if you know me, I don't usually give books 1 star. Usually I'll give it like at least 2. Like even fucking Mindfuck, I gave 2 stars. But this, I feel as though, has literally nothing going on for it. What is this book saying? What am I meant to take away from the experience of reading it? And also, I guess then that also kind of conjures up a larger question of like, is all fiction, is all literature meant to conjure up a feeling, an idea, a moral? You know, anyway, Gothicana is too stupid of a book to warrant that kind of larger thinking. It's just the critical thinking for me from every single character and from honestly just the author. Like, where is it? How does this make any sense? I just want to talk to you a little bit about Corvina, girl that we're meant to be following and rooting for. First of all, why should I give a flying fuck about Corvina? Why should I even give a single flying fuck about her? She's the least interesting person maybe ever written. Again, these characters are one-dimensional. Honestly, the villains of the novel had more dimensions than Corvina Clem did. Am I supposed to understand who Corvina Clem is? Because I literally do not. And I also don't care to. If I can't get a read and understanding of who your character is, and therefore I can't actively connect to them or care for them, why should I read your fucking book? So Corvina throughout the book has this existential crisis kind of thing where she's just like insecure basically, but about her worthiness, I guess. And I was flabbergasted, Tiffany. Also, if you can hear the outside, it's because it's like rainy outside and the streets are wet. Flabbergasted, because throughout the whole book, the only real defining thing about Corvina is the fact that she's like insecure and that she like has all of these like demons or whatever. Again, spoiler alert, whatever. Towards like the end of the book, after Corvina and Deverall have like fucked and blah 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 blah, they are like in love or whatever, Corvina finds self-actualization. Corvina finds her worthiness. Take a guess, Tiffany, where this fucking woman, this girl really, she's not even a woman, she's a girl, finds her worthiness and self-actualizes through. Guess what that power comes from? It comes from Vad, whatever the fuck his name is. This 21-year-old girl self-actualizes. I'm putting in quotations because like, what kind of 21-year-old girl like self-actualizes? But anyway, through a man, through fucking Deverall, my dude. Through Deverall. And like, listen, again, maybe I'm going too hard. Maybe I'm putting too much thought into this fucking book, which probably took like a month to fucking write during November, probably. No shade to, people who write books in November. Anyway, the whole book just burned me. I was just raging throughout the entire novel because it was just like the weirdest, most toxic shit. And like just fucking gross, and like I had like no interest in any of it. Again, I literally did not listen to a single sex scene in this book because I could not take it. If I sensed that one was coming up, I skipped to the end of the chapter, and I was like, good, I'm not listening to this 28-year-old man molest this 21-year-old girl. Like, it's fucking weird. It's gross. Anyway, this book makes me so angry. But the whole time I was raging, I was so fucking angry. The fact that I was even reading the book, to be honest. And then Corvina's going on this like huge diatribe about how she's changed and how she's not the same girl, and it's all because of Vad. She like literally gives credit to her growth as a character to her love interest. And like that was honestly like the nail in the coffin. I was like, oh, fuck this. The mystery ended up being pretty predictable. I honestly guessed it about halfway through. The romance was absolutely vile. I hated every moment of it. Tiffany. Vaude and his like overt sexualization of Corvina was like honestly quite, what's the word? I don't want to say triggering because that's not the right word. It was like it was jarring. The fact that this guy out of nowhere would just be like, oh, what's your pussy taste like? Or whatever. Oh, what that pussy do? Or whatever. I would be like, oh, why? Ew. Like, I want to know. If you find this kind of thing sexy, I need to know why, how. Like, you're freaky deaky, but like, I feel like this kind of freaky deaky eeky leaky thing you got going on needs to be flipped and reversed. We got to flip it and reverse it, okay? Because it's not right. I don't want to like kink shame anyone, but I'm sorry, if you're into Vad Deverall, you're a red flag. There's something wrong with you, and I think you should go to therapy. Go to therapy. I mean, you should just go to therapy anyway, but it's been 10 minutes, and I've just been ranting. I hated this fucking book. I hated it so fucking much. I'd rather die than ever read it again. I wish literally nothing good for the author. I don't know you personally, but your book negatively affected me in the following ways. Okay, like I want to have an intervention for you just to like make sure that you're okay, that you're getting the help that you need. Let me know down below. If you hated this book as much as I did. By the way, what do you think of my makeup, dude? My makeup today? Oh, I don't think I've ever made my eyeliner like this even. It's literally stunning. Oh. Also, what do you think of my hair? My hair is really cute. It's kind of giving like Farrah Fawcett, don't you think? Anyway, let me know down below what you thought of this book. If you've read it, if you're going to read it, please fucking don't. I want to know. Please talk to me about this book because there's so many things that I fucking hate about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, talk about creepy shit. We talk about how Vad Deverall is a fucking creep, the predator, and shit. Thank you so much for being here with me. It was so much fun. I hope you have a wonderful day, Tiffany. I'll see you in my next one, okay? You're literally stunning and gorgeous and beautiful. I want to kiss you and hug you and cuddle you and just, you know. If you were a cat, I would live my life attempting to be rich so that you could live like a rich cat life. That's what I would do for you if you were a cat. Anyway, bye. See you later. Goodbye.
내 머릿속엔 there's something new 아무리 즐기려 해봐도